Hello, hello, and hello to all of my Scorpios. This is Queen Amunra coming to you with your Motivational Monday reading, Scorpios. Let's get into it. If you have not had an opportunity to watch Sunday's video, please go back and watch it. It is dated the 14th of May through the 14th of June. Those have every Sunday. We have questions that get you prepared for the upcoming cycle or the upcoming phase. And in this case, we're closing out this cycle and we're entering into a new cycle. So it's a new phase within a new cycle. So we have a new moon phase in Taurus coming up on the 19th of this month. And so let's get prepared for that. So Sunday's questions will help you prepare for that and all the other phases. So Wednesday, I'm going to give you some other questions that's going to help you to stay laser focused to help you know if you landed on the dark side or the bright side of the moon in Taurus. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, Scorpios. Here we have the Three of Swords. We have the Devil card. We also have the Ace of Swords. We also have the World card. We also have the Five of Swords and also the King of Swords. Okay, so a lot of thinking has been going on. And so Source is saying to you, it's time to close out cycles airtight. Close them out airtight. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of deep disappointment, a lot of overthinking about how you should proceed, a lot of confusion. The devil is the author of confusion. So Source is saying close out cycles with your fear. Close out cycles with your doubt. Close out cycles within your own uncertainty about your own future. You're overthinking something from your past that was so deeply disappointing for you that again somebody is like either already sitting on their throne of wisdom and knowledge, or someone is about to have a breakthrough and sit on your throne of wisdom and knowledge. Again, Source is saying close out a cycle with your fear, doubt, uncertainty, any addictions that you may have, any triggers that will cause you to eat unhealthily or engage in any kind of addictions, whatever, any kind of stressors. This is what we were talking about when we talk about Mother's Day, not necessarily your mom, grandmom, that kind of thing. We're talking about what nurtures your spirit. Feels like a big celestial hug for you when you are stressed out, right? Is it being near water? Maybe that's a big celestial hug for you. Maybe going to the gym to work out, maybe doing some kind of grounding, walking around, grabbing some food, something that's just not, going to put your health at risk. What nurtures you. So pulling your birth chart is going to help you to find out what nurtures you. Here we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Hierophant card. We also have the Hangman. We also have the Tower card. We also have the Hermit card and also the Knight of Swords, right? So Source is saying to you, instead of you overthinking how you should handle being around energies that have either said or done something to you to cut you deep, their behavior. Maybe they ghosted you, maybe they said something very hurtful to you, or maybe they did something that hurt you. If they are not coming back with, or if even if your paths cross and there is no understanding. There is no true forgiveness. Like we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Then you're going to have to stay as far away from that emotionally and physically as you possibly can because it will cut into everything. It'll cut into your fear. It'll cut into your security. It'll cut into your innate understanding of things that sometimes, people's demons don't mix. People's demons don't mix, right? So you're having a tower moment. A tower moment is not bad if you're ready for change. If you're ready to just, okay, you know what, God, I'm ready to put all of my energy into my purpose because that's where my light is. I can see everything clearly in my purpose. But if you are not ready to, either if you don't know what your purpose is or you're not ready to even ask God, what is my purpose? I went through all of these things in life. What is my purpose? Let it come out in a video. Let it come out on a stop sign. Let me be sitting there talking to somebody and they tell me, oh, I've experienced the same thing and I realized this where I found my purpose. Let me come across a book in a bookstore. If you're not really, really ready to find out what your purpose is, the lesson is going to be harder to learn. It's going to feel like that tower moment just feels like, oh my God. And so Source is saying to you, break up with your fears. Close out a cycle with something that has caused a bunch of confusion and chaos in your life. Maybe you had kids with somebody at one point and you realize their energy is just very hurtful. The things that they say is very confusing. One minute you feel like your heart is out of alignment with it, right? Could have been somebody you were married to, somebody you were thinking about marrying, somebody you felt like was a would have been a great match for you, whatever it was, somebody that you know, agape, well, not agape love, a friendship love, where you know, agape love, but it could have been other forms of love involved in that. Bottom line, source is saying to you, you know, you are whole and complete. You are good enough. If that was somebody was worried about whether they were good enough around certain energies, source is saying, stay in a, before you get burned again, before you are burned out again, before you are have to be enlightened again, source is saying be in a posture of gratitude, but also go into protecting your heart as well. This is where there's so much air to your water. Somebody's emotions are evaporating, like somebody is kind of tapped out. And it's like, if you could think about our bodies are made up of almost 70% of water. Imagine when you are dehydrated, right? Let's say you went to go work out, you went for a run, all of those things. The only thing that's going to really quench your thirst is water, right? Not tea, not soda, not any other drink. It's not going to quench your thirst like water. It may give you some temporary like feeling like, okay, I just let me grab a soda. Okay, I got some liquid in my body, but it's never going to quench your thirst like water will, where you feel like, okay, I don't feel weighed down, I don't feel heavy. I feel like, you know, I feel like I can flush any toxins out of my body. But again, source is saying, hang in there with yourselves. You're not delusional. You're not going crazy. You're actually going through a tower moment. And Source really wants you to keep your focus on your purpose, because that's where everything is going to start making sense, is to find out your purpose. Like, for instance, a lot of healers find out their purpose is to heal through entertain. Like, they've gone through so much hurt in their lives. And it's not for the purpose for you to say, oh my God, I don't know what my purpose is. Why do God keep sending all these broken people to me? And these people, they don't want to take my advice. They coming to me for help. They ask me for my advice. They just taking. And when I need them, it's not being reciprocated. Source is saying to you, because you're probably a healer, right? You got to know when to close out cycles. You got to know when to pick up your doctor's bag and leave the patient, right? Or leave that person behind and say, okay, I go ahead and close this out, right? And so you will know when you go to source exactly what your purpose is. It's not a job title. You can work any type of job. Let's say for instance your purpose is to heal people. You can be a healer in any job. You don't have to have a degree as a psychologist, psychiatrist, or whatever. Just your life experience will help you to heal other people. God will say, okay, I assigned you this to that person. And it's going to start making so much sense to you as to why certain people have entered and exited your life when they realized their cycle was up. They were very clear on what their purpose was in your life, even when you didn't understand. They were there to teach you something because God sent them across your path to help you on your journey, whether it felt uncomfortable or not. Remember the Tower card, that's your awakening, some kind of an awakening happening, right? So Source wants you to be in a posture of gratitude. Here we have the Coexist card, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Temptation card, the Healing card. I'm not surprised that the Healing card came out, because somebody is definitely a healer. And again, I'm talking to you if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, not just your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but anywhere in your chart. The Temptation card came out twice. There is two major situations in your life where Source is saying to you to get disciplined. Whatever your demons are, learn what those demons are and put them under submission. So that, remember, the devil is very crafty, very, very crafty, and you've already worked very hard, very, very hard. Let me give somebody an example. Let's say, for instance, you were married to somebody, and let's say you were married to several people. Let's say you were married to two people, and their demons were the same. Both of their demons irritated your demons. Now that you know what your demons are, you learn how to put those demons under submission. And let's say there's a child that you share with a person. So remember, the enemy is trying to get to you any way the enemy can, even through your own child, even if it's an adult child saying, hey, you know, you all are my parents, I just want you all to get along, and so on and so forth. But your child has no idea how hurt, how hurt you've been by people's behaviors, their actions, gaslighting, manipulative actions, narcissistic, all kinds of stuff, right? And your child is saying, well, I want everybody to coexist. I want everybody to coexist. This is how the enemy can come in through your child. You don't have an issue with your child. And so most parents are like, well, if my child needs me to do something, I'm going to try. I'm going to suck it up. I'm just going to be mature for the purpose of being mature. It's not about maturity or immaturity. It's about wisdom. You've had enough experiences with some people to know, I already know what their next move is because I know what their demons are, and I know their demons don't mix with mine. So Source is saying to you, the first person that you want to heal, Scorpio, is yourself, right? You worked very, very hard. You worked very hard to heal yourself. And so this is what you're moving towards. You're moving towards the wealthiest card in the deck. This is wealthy, and not just in terms of paper and coins, money, but this is in terms of stability in your life, security in your life, prosperity, career success, vitality, loyalty, patience. You've worked very hard on your root chakra to let something come back from your past, two situations in particular come back from your past through another person, because they're like, well, everybody has changed, everybody has evolved. Are they still holding a grudge? Are they holding on? You're not holding on to a grudge. You've already said, I forgave energies, but I don't need them around me anymore at all. We don't need to have a conversation on that. I don't even want to entertain it. I don't want to, because again, you entertaining certain energies from your past, Scorpio. They're too busy trying to tell you what you did wrong to them for them to even hear how their behavior, how their actions affected you. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Like I said, you're too wise for that. Here we have the King of Cups. You are wise and compassionate enough to say, I need to save my water for myself. I don't need to give me any more emotions to it, because just thinking about it is just draining. It drains my creativity. It drains my water. And I'm not going to be out here scrambling looking for other people to tell me, oh yeah, that's just how they are, and such and such and such and such, because that's also contaminating my ear gate and my eye gate, and I don't need any more toxins in my spirit when I know I can stand on my own experiences with certain people. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. Here we have La Bruja. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. We also have the Three of Wands. We also have the Six of Wands, and also the Page of Wands. So somebody may have seen a witch, a good witch, right? Somebody may have seen a good witch, and the person could have given you downloads or messages or helped you through something, or maybe you even practice good witchcraft, right? But again, bottom line is that somebody could be a healer of sorts and helping people. But I do see, like I said before, with the Seven of Swords, somebody has definitely left behind some master manipulators. Some people could have been trying to, use some kind of witchcraft on you, like seeing the bad side, like trying to send any bad energy your way. Source is saying to you, it's not going to work, because whatever energy any of us send out to the universe comes back to us. So you don't have anything to worry about. Here we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. Your reputation has not been tarnished, because this is how people still see you. You're still moving towards it. In other words, they cannot stop or block what Source has already put in motion. It would be foolish for somebody to send negative energy your way, because that's what karma is. It's not good or bad. It's whatever intention we put behind the energy we send out to the universe coming back to us. So Source is saying to you, go ahead and plan your trip. You got the Eight of Pentacles here. Source has been sending you a whole lot of information, about who and what to stay as far away from. You got a lot of money coming across your path. I see somebody traveling. You could be going to the Caribbean. There could be some kind of inspiration to move, to go either visit or go to the Caribbean. And I see you being victorious at doing that. So again, Source is giving you all kinds of inspiration. Somebody may be saying, I got so much going on, I can't afford to take a vacation right now. The way that God comes through, as long as you stay in your purpose, you may end up with a check in your mailbox. Something may happen where you have an opportunity to go somewhere and just stay as far away from these energies, like I said before, that the enemy will use anybody to get into your life. Like I said before, all people need to do is hear that, okay, you're traveling, you're going on trips. They like, okay, where's this money coming from? Where's such and such coming from? But anybody who knows how Source works, Source will make a way for you. Here we have communication is key. So, like I said, communication is not going to be with the energies that Source told you to get away from. Communication is with the third party who is going to try to reconnect. Right? Like I gave somebody an example. Somebody could come back through your adult child and say, you know, everybody has evolved, we've all matured, whatever. It's not about immaturity or maturity, it's about wisdom. Age and wisdom age does not equate to wisdom. Just because, and everybody is evolving, just because they've come to a point where they are still operating from ulterior motives. I got to stay connected to Scorpio because I want something from Scorpio. When you have truly evolved into the person that's saying, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't hate you. I've forgiven you, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm newly inspired. I'm moving on. So make a meal, something very healthy. Like I said, when emotions run high, sometimes people eat unhealthy foods. And so find out what your moon sign is so that you're not compromising your health because you're stressed out about overthinking something. So you're not compromising, cutting into your money, cutting into your creative ideas. So like I said, some new inspiration is coming across your path. Somebody definitely wants you to coexist, and people could want you to coexist, but communication is key. You're sending that message out to God. God, please, thank you in advance, God, that you have already blocked all levels of communication. We don't need to talk to each other. We don't need to communicate. And this is somebody, like I said, that you absolutely love, but again, it's just not on that same frequency. The more and more you start to understand why some people come into your life and they start for a short amount of time, you're going to start understanding, okay, there was something that God wanted me to learn in all of this. There was something I needed to learn in this. That's why you hear very wise people say, treasure every moment. What lessons are you learning from these energies? Don't just assume that everybody's in your life, they're going to be around forever. So it's always an opportunity for somebody to learn something new. All right, let's get ready to shut this down and close this out. I'm trying to get these oracle cards ready for you as I'm looking at your cards and reading your cards. Let's get ready to close this out, Scorpios. Let's get ready to close it out. Again, happy Motivational Monday. Don't forget to watch Sunday's video. Let's get the number card and then affirmation card, and let's close it out. So like I said before, I see you being victorious over something, and I see you just moving on. Here we have 222. I am balanced. Trust that the seeds of your thoughts are growing as you are nourishing them with your words, feelings, and actions. That's right. Stay balanced out. Make sure that anybody that's trying to come in, however they're trying to come in, through the front door, side door, back door, basement, attic, whatever, however they're trying to access, people who have hurt you deeply, whether it was in your childhood, outside of your family, because again, your ruling planet, one of your ruling planet, Pluto, is retrograde until until October 10th, and so you're going through a very serious purging process. And like I said, of all the hurt, unhealthy, the feelings of rejection, ghosting, gaslighting, you're going through a lot of stuff. And so Source is saying to you, you'll be very wealthy on the other side. Your reputation will be untouched. You know, people will continue to hold you in high regard and see you as an asset to their lives. So you just have to stop overthinking about what people are saying about you, what energies they're trying to send your way. You're protected. That's what I have for you, Scorpios. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm talking to you if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but even if Scorpio is your MC or IC, I am talking to you. Bye.